Hear that, Gian?
Oh, it's not a box, it's a bag. I have it over here on the table because I wanted to surprise you. I didn't want you to see it. It's a smaller one, but I think you'll really like it. So happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm not.
What?
I'm not showing this.
Happy birthday, Miguel.
From Mr. Broke Productions, in an association with Maximillionaire and Vice City Kingpin, present to you Life on Easy Mode. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Oh no.
What, Nicky?
Gian, he's not here.
Oh no. Anyways.
Welcome to another episode of the Life on Easy Mode podcast.
I took Gion's spot for this week, you know.
Yeah, he navigated his way from the reasonable side of the table. Do you feel dumber being on this side now?
Yeah, I do already. Just the bright lights, you know, like.
Yeah, just giving your brain cells a sunburn.
Yup.
Yeah, so Gian will not be with us this week. He actually does not feel well. He doesn't have COVID and allergy season or whatever. So with that, we will not be doing a movie bracket this week. We will be finishing up the first round next week because we have watched all the movies. Well, I gotta watch Schindler's List still, but that's the last one. Yeah, that's the last one for me. I watched Empire Strikes Back, Matrix, Eternal Sadness. So by next week, we'll have the first round finished up, and we will finish that up. So
which one did you, just out of curiosity, which one did you enjoy most out of the last four? Or last three you watched?
Probably Empire Strikes Back.
Really?
I think, yeah. Either that and The Matrix. They were both really fun movies to enjoy, but Empire Strikes Back is just a classic. It's just too much of a classic.
The Matrix.
The mattress.
Cardi's Matrix. But, The Matrix was pretty fun too. Not fun, but like pretty interesting to watch.
No, it was fun for me to watch because there's so many quotable things on there, and so many memes came from that. Like, okay, it's pretty well known, set in stone, that Keanu Reeves isn't the best actor in the world. A good actor, but sometimes his lines seem a bit awkward. Like, I forget what it was near the end when he was beginning to believe. He looks right at the guy and just goes, "No." Bro, we had to stop the movie because I was laughing so fucking hard at that. That was No. I mean, in a way, it's pretty boss. Just no.
Just stops bullets,
bro.
But
yeah, but no, it was a really good movie. I mean, Darth Vader's one of the most iconic villains of all time.
I know I've seen all the Star Wars movies, but I just need a refresher of which one Empire Strikes Back is. Is that the one where he's like, "Luke, I am your father"?
Yep, that is that one. Okay, so that's the one when Luke goes to
Cloud City.
Dagobah. Is that what's it called? It's the place where Yoda. Yeah. That's where he goes
trains
with Yoda, and then eventually he gets the Force tells him that Han and Leia are in trouble.
Yeah.
And
okay, I remember it now.
Yep.
So
it was a really good movie. Now I want to watch the rest of the Star Wars movie now because I haven't seen The Last Jedi or A New Hope. I think I've seen bits and pieces of The Last Jedi. I've seen all the prequels. Okay. The Force Awakens.
You've never seen the first original Star Wars movie?
I have not. Which is called A New Hope, right?
Yeah, episode 4. That's the first one that ever came out.
Right. That came out in 1977. Yeah, no, I never watched it. I do want to watch that because you'd be surprised, actually. I was actually really big into Star Wars when I was younger. And you probably know the one main reason.
Natalie Portman.
I mean, you can understand. You had a crush on her as well. I mean, but not even just that, though. I did genuinely like Clone Wars. That was a good show.
No, I love Clone Wars, too. I was so sad they never finished it. And then we got our ending that we deserved.
Yeah.
Which is...
No,
sorry.
I was just going to say, even the video games for Star Wars were pretty good. You had The Force Unleashed 1 and 2. I had for the PS3. That was a really good game.
I've only played the first one, but I never had it. My friends did. Mm-hmm. But I used to have the Lego Star Wars Complete Saga. And you never played that?
No, I had this. How many games did they make for Lego Star Wars?
A few. I only had the Complete Saga, though. I know there was like 2 or 3 more.
I think I had the second one for the PS2.
I had it for the Wii, I think. I don't remember, but it was one of my... I legit played that every single day for like a good summer. But because you remember... Did you ever play the Complete Saga?
I don't think so.
No?
Like I said, I know there's
more
than one game. I had the second one.
So, when you beat the game, there's you know how obviously Anakin Yoda. Spoiler, not really. Anakin, Yoda, and Obi-Wan die.
Mm-hmm.
So, back then you would have to like buy your Lego characters from like this like store with like Lego credits that you earn from like replaying missions and stuff.
Right. Yep.
So, the 3 best options were Ghost Anakin, Ghost Jedi, and Ghost Obi-Wan.
Oh, like GTA 5 kind of type thing.
But yeah, so like I've only ever, because like they're mad expensive too, so you have to grind for them. So that was like my first grind ever. But I was only able to get like Ghost Anakin because like they were super expensive, and I played that game a lot.
Yeah, I remember the ghost characters naturally were more expensive and more rare or whatever, right? Yeah, I do remember that.
It's because like no one can see them, so you can like bypass everything.
Right, and like they couldn't take damage, wasn't it? Oh, bro. Why can't video games be that like cool anymore? I don't know. It just that was cool because
they might have it in the next Lego Star Wars that's coming out later this year. It just got delayed a few weeks ago.
Oh really? I didn't even know they were making a new one.
Yeah,
Shit.
It's called the Skywalker Saga.
Oh no, I heard about that. Yeah. They also had another Star Wars game. It was about the Clone Wars for the Wii. I don't know if you remember that game.
I think it's the Lego Clone Wars.
No, it wasn't Lego.
No, it wasn't.
It was based off Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the animated show, and it was a game specifically just designed for battling with lightsabers. You could pick like a character. I believe it had a story, and you would just you'd use your Wii remote. No, it wasn't Battlefront because I don't actually think you could like move freely. I think you only moved based on like how you swung your lightsaber. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I only played that game a few times. It came out about. Well, it had to be around at least since the Star Wars: The Clone Wars came out because the animation style was based on that. Because you could play as Anakin, Ahsoka. Do you remember that evil bald lady from the Clone Wars?
Asajj Ventress.
That's yep. You could battle her.
I vaguely remember that game.
Yeah, I had that for a decent amount of time. That was a fun game. If anyone knows that, let us know because I forget the name of that game.
Do you want to start off with the next thing?
Oh no! Don't you have a story you want to tell?
Oh yeah.
How could you forget?
Speaking about games, so me and my friends yesterday went to an escape room, because there was it actually. Did you enjoy it?
I had fun.
I had a lot of fun too, but
we didn't beat it.
We didn't beat it, and here's why. He's not here to defend himself, but I blame Gian for us losing the escape room. There were 8 of us.
Yes.
Yeah, 8 of us. It was I think that's like their biggest escape room too. So
it was definitely their hardest one too. They said.
So
because they had 4.
So basically, at first we were split into like 2 groups, and then we all had like our own task and everything. So we beat the first room, and then so as you go on, you get like keys to open different rooms and stuff. So we open the second room. We're all working on our puzzles and stuff, and then Gian comes up to this box, and you know what? Like I give him like some sort of like benefit of the doubt because it was kind of hard to open.
The guy at the end did say that, and another like
piece of the puzzle was like super
were
hard.
Like the hardest parts of the.
So I guess that's his only defense here. But the thing was, it took him 30 minutes and 3 people trying to help.
35 minutes.
35 minutes.
We had an hour to do that to escape the escape room. That man was on that thing for 35 minutes. I was bouncing back and forth between like the computer for like the codes
I was bouncing back between the lockpicks, not lockpicks.
Yeah, lockpicks.
Lockpicks and a few other puzzles, like
in the room where Gian was with the box, it was like that giant like table. It was really bright. You were putting the things with the holes on it.
Those were for locks.
Yep, so those were for locks.
You were working on the map and stuff.
Yep, I was working on the map, but I was also trying to figure out there was a thing on the wall. It was like counter clockwise, left, right. Yeah.
For context, the escape room was we were like cadets trying to save the world from like nuclear disaster or something like that.
It was something like that. We had to like try to disarm like bombs.
Yeah. Something. So we didn't disarm them, but so back to the box. This man, 35 minutes supposedly couldn't open it, and we didn't need it like that at that exact moment. But by the time we did need it, we were like, what? We had like 5 minutes left.
5 minutes left,
and he was still working on it. So
Even the guy at the end said, if you needed to, you could have just stepped away from the box for a few minutes to try to work on something else. Granted, you were going to need it at one point, but this man was dedicated to that box.
Like, I understand, like, it's kind of, it was kind of difficult to open, but, like, come on. Like, 35 minutes to open a damn box.
And after that happened, throughout the rest of the day, because we went out to eat after, we hung out at his house, he did not hear the end of it. Everything was a box joke. I was like, Gian, when you become a director, you're gonna be making box office films. I was like, hey Gian, let's go to Redbox and get some movies.
Bro, I said,
Gian, we should open a Boxbuster.
I told him, yeah, you're gonna feature Roddy Ricch in your next song too.
Yeah. But overall, it was a really good escape room.
I want to go back. I've played 2 of theirs. They switch them out like every year. No, they switch one out like every year. So hopefully they switch out the one I already played.
You went there before?
Yeah, I went there before for Keelan's birthday.
Do you remember which one it was?
It was the Speakeasy.
Oh, the murder mystery one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because they had 4.
They have 4 like escape rooms.
There was the Speakeasy.
Yep.
The bunker, which is the one we did. The mausoleum. And what was the fourth
the
one?
space station one.
Space station.
That's the one I want to try next.
Me too. I feel like that would be fun.
But
we were about 85% completed because, again, you have an hour to complete it. Like he said at the beginning, we were split up into 2 different groups. We were in 2 separate rooms, and we had to try to disarm the security system via Morse code. And throughout on the walls, there was Morse code for each letter. And our side, the one I was on, only did the dashes with the button, and then you guys did the dots. The dots. And then, once we figured that out, we were able to get into the main hallway, which is that's where like the doors to the room with the box, and then the other one with like the keys to like launch or disarm the nukes. And we got both those doors unlocked, and we figured about most of the puzzles in there. Eventually, we did get the box open. It was open eventually.
After me and I think it was either Emma or JSav, like, we need this, let's go help him. And then like under like 5 minutes, we got it open.
And then I believe it was called the Nuke Bop It. It was like a Bop It machine, but like you had to like disarm it to get a key.
I let you guys do that because I was working on other stuff.
I had no idea what the fuck that was. That literally looked like the core of a bomb.
So he explained it that we needed the stuff inside the box to open the lockpick so that we could get like a hint to do that like puzzle like box. What was it?
It was called. He called it like a Nuke Bop It because it was kind of like a Bop It because like it was like a hexagon. And there was like different things you had to do, but you had to do them in a specific order.
So we needed, if we got that box open earlier, we could have won. So that's why I blame Gian for not for us losing. But
it was really that, and then the Bop It Rubik's Cube.
I'm not gonna explain it, but we needed the things inside the box to unlock another box, so that we could the game. So
needless to say, it definitely narrowed down my search for a career choice. I don't think I'll be working in a lab or a nuclear facility anytime soon.
Okay, cadet.
Because I don't think the country would be safe.
Nope. Granted, I don't think they'd put puzzles just to make it like extremely hard. But you know what? Maybe they would.
Yeah, because a lot of it seemed like almost very old. Like the computer looked like it was something. It was a terminal, literally from the 80s. I think. I don't think that box that Gian opened probably hadn't been opened since World War I. That was a really old box. That Rubik's Cube thing looked like something out of the 1800s. So it was a very old facility. I felt like we actually were in like the Cold War era. But nonetheless, I had a great time. It started off great too. It wasn't too hard.
If you're in Rhode Island, it's called Escape Rhode Island. If you guys want to check it out.
Yes, definitely. Shout out to them. They have some.
Tell the Mr. Broke Productions sent you. They won't know what that means.
They won't know what that means in the slice. But just tell them Gian, what's in the box. They'll know what that means.
Yeah, I think so.
They'll remember that.
What's in the box? That's our. So even if you win or lose, you get to choose your team name. And since we couldn't open the damn box, we chose what's in the box.
What's in the box? So, and we took a group photo. Which should I put it in?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I'll put it in right here. Yeah, if you're listening, it's just us and our
with a bunch of props and Gian holding the "What's in the Box" team sign.
Yep. Two of our friends, Emily and Emma, were wearing the helmets. Gian was holding the sign as he was our main star for the non-box opening crew.
I had a giant key and I was acting like the Kingdom Hearts character. With like it on my back. So it was pretty fun.
It was rather.
I'm sorry, Gian, you're not here to defend yourself, but tough luck.
Yeah. We tried to be the mediators. We gave you the benefit of the doubt. It was a hard puzzle. but 35 minutes out of an hour. That's like 60% of the time we had.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay. It's okay. It's just funny. It's just really funny.
Let's just hope there's not a box in the other two.
I have like 6 boxes in that room right there. I'm surprised he's able to walk in there and not have a heart attack.
Bruh. Do you think he can open them?
They're already open, but I feel like he would still find a way to cause trouble for it. He just puts it over his head like he's a robot. All hail Plankton.
But, Gian, we wish you the best of luck in opening future boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Cadet.
Next time you have presents and they're wrapped, just remember that you can open them. There's these things called scissors. You just snip, snip, snip. You don't need to, there's no padlock on it. There's no little CD disc you have to levitate to open it. So, yeah. All right. Shall we move on to more of the topics we wanted to discuss today?
Yeah, you start. I'll just talk off.
Well, what do you want to start off with? Our projects or the people passing away recently? Or?
Oh, let's do the recently Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, passed away, as well as DMX. I just want to say rest in peace to both of them. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say this. This kind of sounds like sucky, but mostly for me, DMX.
No, that's fine. Listen, people have been memeing the shit out of the Prince passing away.
I mean, it's not that I don't like him. It's just that, you know what? Good for him. He lived a long ass life.
Bro, he was almost 100 too. His birthday was in June. He was gonna turn 100. If I could live that long, I'd be happy. So listen, God bless him. He lived up to 99. It's been there since the beginning of time. So
I just think DMX hurts more because OD. So
yeah. So
I tweeted a few days ago, like, when everyone thought he died but he was still alive, like, if you're struggling with addiction, go get help, please.
Yeah, because what happened was that Thursday night when people thought he died first?
I think so.
Yeah, because what happened was a few days before that, he went to the hospital. Was it a few days ago or last week?
I think it was a few days ago.
Right, okay, so a few days before that they first thought he died, he had OD'd on drugs, and he was in basically like a vegetative state, and he was on life support. So then Thursday night, if I'm remembering this correctly, it was trending on Twitter that DMX had died. So everyone had immediately just started saying rest in peace DMX. People were doing the rest in peace.
I was one of them.
Yeah, I like retweeted a few things on Twitter as well, and
turns out he wasn't dead.
Yeah, because his manager actually came out and said, "Listen, he's not dead yet. He's still on life support. So can people please stop spreading misinformation?" And that's when everyone took it back. And I forget the name of the website that first announced he died. I believe it was called Saint.
I was gonna guess TMZ because they're usually always the first. Like,
it wasn't them though, because I remember the logo. It was black with white text. I believe it was Saint, if I'm remembering correctly. If I'm mistaken, I apologize. But they were the first one to announce that DMX had passed away at 50. So then that's when everyone was like, all right, rest in peace, DMX, blah, blah, blah. But then about an hour or so later, manager comes out saying, guys, stop. He's not dead. Please, let his family just spend this time with him. He's still on life support. Then the next day, then it was confirmed that he did officially pass away. His family took him off life support, correct?
I don't know about that. Most likely.
Yeah, it's a very difficult decision just in general for a family to do that. So I will also agree with you that DMX was more personal to me. Obviously, I have no connection to England or the royal family. And although I didn't listen to DMX nearly as much as not even just you, but like even other rappers that I listened to, he was in a way very influential for me because when I was 9, I was really big into like sneaking around and listening to music that was more explicit, swearing, blah, 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 because I was really big into that.
DMX was one of them.
DMX and Eminem were the first two, but more so DMX because that song Up in Here, Party Up, that was my favorite song when I was a kid. And then Rough Riders Anthem, of course, X Gonna Give It To You. I fucking love those songs. So granted, obviously I'm not trying to be a bandwagon fan in the slightest, but in a way it was personal to me because he was like the first explicit artist that I had listened to. So rest in peace, DMX, and like you said, if you are suffering from any kind of addiction, opioid, alcohol, definitely do what you can to seek help because there are people who care about you and there is an alternative to that kind of lifestyle. Granted, I was told from someone, you may know more about this if I'm me, so correct me if I'm wrong, but he said that the way DMX got addicted was because when he was a teenager, someone handed him weed, but it was laced with cocaine. So when he smoked it, that's how he got addicted.
You probably know more about that than me.
That's just what I was told. And this is a guy who like listens to a lot of hip hop and rap. Someone I work with actually, and that's what he had said when he was just a teenager too. And then that's how he got addicted. So that's fucked up though. That is really messed up, especially if you're really young like that.
Yeah.
And he didn't know that too because he only just bought just a regular blunt just to smoke, but he didn't know it was laced with cocaine. So you just gotta be careful out there. So it is messed up that people are making memes about
Prince
Phillips. I don't know if you saw this one thing. Do you know that app Wumbo.ai? It's the app where like you can take a photo, you can make it sing a song, you can make the picture move.
Oh yeah.
Someone, the app, in tribute to DMX, they added X Gonna Give It To You, I believe, on their app or one of his songs, and someone put Prince Phillips singing that as a meme.
God.
I'm like, okay.
The British are just making fun, to be honest.
Yeah, like, I'm like, what? Is that like a tribute to both of them? Is that a roast on both of them? What does that even mean? But either way, rest in peace to both of them.
I will say one thing before. So this is kind of funny. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of shitty, but it's kind of funny. So like the Apple's like Radio One, where they like you could play like their radio stations, like live radio stations.
Yep.
So in England, they have like this like dance radio station, and it's just playing dance music, whatever. And then they stop it for a minute, and they announce that Prince Philip died, and they just immediately continue playing dance music.
Wait, what? So it's like doom 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 doom. This just said the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, has passed away in '99. Doom doom doom. What the? Oh my god!
But
that like.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That's kind of like that.
I'm going to hell.
That literally gives off oh no. Anyways, kind of vibes. It literally gives off that kind of vibe.
Rest in peace, dude.
Yeah, rest in peace to
99 years old. Be long life. So.
Listen, God bless him. He had some kind of condition before he passed away too. Because I remember he got out of the hospital about a few weeks before he had passed away. I forget what it was for. I believe it was heart conditions, but I don't remember. Listen, all I know is that I want Betty White to live until 100. I know everyone says the Queen's been around forever. Bro, Betty White is our queen. America's queen is Betty White. She will be 100 next January, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, because she has an early birthday. She was born in 1922 in January. And if she makes it to 100, we're starting off that year on a good note.
I hope she does.
Me too. I want to do that. I want to live till triple digits.
Think so?
Yeah, just to say.
You want to live till 3,000?
Maybe not that old, but if by then there's a medicine to live until like a couple hundred years old, yeah, I'd probably do that.
That was a joke. You know how like some people say, oh, if you live to 100, you'll be like 3,000.
Oh, the year 3000? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I think you meant like 3,000 years old.
No.
My fault. That's crazy, bro. In less than 100 years, it's going to be the year 3000.
Honestly, bro. Like, come on.
Bro, class of 3000. Yo, let's fucking go.
Yo.
But I would, just to say I made it to triple digits, I would like to live until 100. Then after that, I could give a crap what happens about me. Then I'm just waiting to die. But would you ever do that?
Probably not.
No.
Well, I shouldn't say that, but.
I mean,
I'll live my life as long as I can.
Kind of black-pilled when you say that. You're like, yeah, I don't care if I live till that old,
I mean, at that point, I'll be like,
no, bro. If you just,
can I still shuffleboard? But
ooh, no,
get off my lawn.
I mean, if you take good care of yourself, I mean, with modern medicine, I think by then they'll have some kind of treatment to like help you live longer. I don't know what it will be, but this is one Italian dude. He was a politician. His name is Silvio Berlusconi. This man's like 87, but if you look up a picture of him, he looks like he's like 60.
No,
it's plastic surgery, obviously, but
what's his name? I think it's like Tom Cruise, and like it's a picture of him with like not him, but
Tom Cruise, yeah.
How old is Tom Cruise? He's 58.
Yeah.
Okay, so he did this movie with like this actress, and they were both the same age at the same time. That actress looks like she's like 90.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and then here is Tom Cruise looking like he's like, you know what? Paul Rudd too.
Yeah, bro.
Paul Rudd's like what? Like 50 something. He looks like he's like 30, 52.
He's 52, and let's see what he looks like. Yeah, see, bro, he's in like his late 30s.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro.
So I think Paul Rudd's gonna look like 40 when he's like 80.
Jeez, it's crazy what you can do when you have so much money, you know?
No, I don't think Paul Rudd does. No.
No, I'm not saying like he does like extravagant things like that, but I'm saying when you have more money, you can get better doctors, you can afford healthier foods, more protein, nutrition, stuff like that. Obviously, because when you do stuff naturally like that, if you can afford it, because let's face it, in America, eating healthy is pretty expensive. I just went shopping today, right? And I'm trying to eat healthier. You know, I bought some drinks, nutrition drinks. I bought some protein bars. I didn't buy any chips or anything. I bought vegetables, fruits. I almost paid $90 today compared to like 70 how I usually spend. So eating healthier is more expensive. So when you have money like that, you know, because he's a famous actor, you can afford to look better. But I will say, shout out to my dad. Actually, my dad is 61 years old. He does not look 61. He looks. You'd think he'd be.
Yeah,
in his late 40s.
I thought Rick was like 40s, 50s.
He looks when he like. All right, so obviously he dyes his hair. You know, he's 61, but when he dyes his hair, clean shave, you know, puts on some aftershave, dresses nicely, he can rock a late 40s look. So shout out to my dad. God bless you.
Shout out Rick.
Yeah. So I hope when I'm 60 I look like that. Christ, you know, that's why I'm trying to limit the fast food that I eat now so I can start off at a young age. But yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Come here often?
No, not really. I only live here. That's about it. Do you want to talk about the more serious thing that we have, or the story the pepper spray?
Okay,
yeah,
so
you know more about this than I do. So
I just know a tiny bit more, but unfortunately, this was a few days ago. A military how should I say it? How should I word this?
Officer?
A military, yeah, that's what they're called.
Yeah, military officer.
Military officer, was stopped by police for having a quote unquote temporary license plate, which isn't illegal, by the way. Mm-hmm. But as of right now, that's the only reason that I know why they stopped him. Let's just say the police weren't exactly in the right because they stopped him for a a temporary license plate, which isn't illegal, and they pepper sprayed him and forced him on the ground for what?
Was it for the license?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like for what? Like they were super aggressive for no reason. But you have the story, so you
yeah, I have the article, and I'll actually input the video in a minute. But it says Virginia cops pepper spray Black and Latino Army officer who had hands raised during traffic stop. Video shows. So it says a U.S. Army officer is suing the two Virginia police officers. Which this happened in December, actually.
Oh, really?
This is old. But no, come to think about it, I did remember seeing about this a few months ago back. And then when I saw this again, you know, because I saw it on Twitter, I was like, wait, didn't that happen a few months ago? I guess it's resurfacing now because he's suing.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, it's because you're right.
So, because that's what it says. He's suing the two police officers. So what happened was they pepper sprayed him, and apparently they used slang term to suggest he would face execution as he purposefully held both hands in the air in attempts to defuse the situation. So it was in Windsor, which is a southeast Virginia city or town, the police there have yet to issue any comment about the incident involving, he was a second lieutenant Karen Nazario, a Black and Latino man who was in uniform when officers ordered him to exit his Chevrolet Tahoe as he held his hands up through the driver's side window outside a local gas station. The lawsuit filed earlier this month in U.S. District Court in Norfolk and obtained by the Washington Post alleges the officers violated Nazario's constitutional rights during the stop and that the officers further threatened to destroy the lieutenant's military career with a series of baseless criminal charges if he reported them for misconduct. This video was on December 5th, too, so this was a while ago, and this was captured by both the officers' body cameras and on Nazario's cell phone, the suit said. So I'll insert the video as well, but I'll play the audio and watch the video as well. So here's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be. Get out. Get out.
Get out the car.
Get out now. You're being stopped for a traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this point right now. You're under arrest for, you're being detained, okay? You're being detained for obstruction of justice.
I didn't do anything. Whoa, hold on.
Okay.
What's going on? Hold on.
He's being pepper sprayed right now, by the way.
Yep.
Get out of the car.
While he's still in the car, before he even gets out.
Really messed up. My dog is in the back. My dog is choking right
Get
now.
out of the car. Take your seatbelt off. What are you, a specialist, corporal? What are you?
I'm a lieutenant.
Lieutenant, get out of the car. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. Get on the ground or you're getting sprayed again. Get on the ground.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Get on
going
the ground.
on?
Get on the ground now.
Can you please talk to me
Get on
about
the
what's
ground.
going on?
Get on the ground.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Yes, sir.
going on?
You're not.
Can you please talk to me about what's going on?
So, yeah, that was it. And I'm going to be honest, bro. I haven't seen the full video since now. That makes me fucking angry. I'm going to be real. As someone who does support both the military and the police, it just angers me when you see police officers not doing their job right. Because normally in a situation, I would just say, if you do what the police officers say, most of the time, you'll be all right. Unfortunately, this is one of those times where, for some reason, these police officers just had a problem with this individual for some reason. And I inserted the video.
It's not
while
for
we
some reason, bro. Come
no,
on.
yeah, obviously. There's some. I could agree. If you want to make the argument that there's racial intent, I could definitely agree at that point. Because what was the reason for them to be so aggressive? The man, unless we're missing context, because when the video started, it was him already having his hands in the air. But I highly doubt that there's any context that we're missing, because it shows he's in his Tahoe. He has his hands completely up. He's just asking, listen, can I understand what's going on? And the police officers already have their guns pointed at him for God knows whatever reason. And while he's in the car, but without even making any sudden movement, and they could see that this man was in uniform. He was, if you hear in the audio, you could see that he was speaking very professionally. He was just saying, what's going on? Can I know what's going on? So it's a very fucked up situation. And I really hope that genuinely, I hope he wins the lawsuit. Because
I do too.
Because it just enrages me when you see police officers genuinely not doing a good job like that and just making a fool out of not just themselves, but police officers in general. So, like, I always say, like, if an officer says, get out of the car, just do what they say. But at that point, it's like, even though he has his hands in the air and he's not doing anything, even though he's asking questions, I see no need for them to have just pepper sprayed him. Because since he wasn't acting hostile, he wasn't posing a threat. Even though he was asking questions, which, again, I'll say, if a police officer says to step out of your car, just do it. He wasn't posing a threat, so I don't see why they had to pepper spray him and scream and yell at him. If the officer just said, listen, I'll explain everything to you. Can you just step out of your car, please? If he took a more professional approach like that, that'd be fine. Because, excuse me, when an officer does stop you, they do have a right to ask you to step out of your car. Granted, of course, at the same time, they have to maintain a level of professionalism when they do that. So it's a really messed up situation. So I'll look more into the article. But do you know if those officers were put on leave, if they were let go?
I don't think so. I think that's why people are angry, because they haven't been laid off or anything. Because people are calling for them to be fired, and I don't think they have.
Yeah, I'm skimming through the article right now. Excuse me, I don't know why my throat is fucked up, but it doesn't say anything about the officers being put on leave. The officers say they searched the SUV after he was, detained or whatever, where they found a handgun but replaced it after determining it was legally owned. So even though he had weapons in the car, he already it was already found out that it was legally owned. When you look at that video that I just showed you, would you say that officer was angry or scared? Because sometimes, let's be honest, people, when they go into the police officer role, they do not know how to do their job, and they do it out of fear. Sometimes they may point their gun out of fear. That unfortunately does happen sometimes. So when you looked at that officer's face, would you say it was out of anger or out of fear? For some reason,
I think it was out of, I'm gonna say fear, because he pulled out the pepper spray.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but like, he had his hands up, and then he had a gun. The police officer had a gun.
Yeah.
So realistically, who has the advantage right there?
Honestly, and plus, he's in no way to defend himself. He's sitting down still. He has his window down, but he has his hands up.
Where's the gun?
The gun, let me see. I believe it doesn't say.
If it was in the back, like somewhere in the back, then. But still,
at that point, it doesn't even matter too. Again, since we don't have the full context, I can look afterwards to see if there's full body cam footage, because there are YouTube channels dedicated to showing full body cam footage of stuff like that. When someone who is in possession of a gun has a gun in their vehicle, when you get pulled over by an officer, usually what you want to do, the first thing is, when they ask for a license and registration, just say, okay, just officer, be aware, I do have a gun. It's in, whatever area of my car, it's loaded, so I just want to let you know that. And sometimes an officer may say, okay, can I just search your car real quick or whatever? Maybe since by the time that video started, they already had the guns drawn on him. Maybe that officer got scared for whatever reason and decided to pull his gun out at him for whatever reason. Again,
I just think we need the full body cam footage.
I agree.
Because, like, from the moment of the stop to... Because, like, if they just roll up and gone, like, immediately, which I think is what looks like what happened. Mm-hmm. Because, but what I don't understand is why he had his hands out already. Wait, so at the start of the video, did he already have his gun out?
Yes.
Okay.
When I showed you, it was about a minute long.
So...
And by the time that video that I showed you started...
I think, obviously they're in the wrong, but I think they're even more in the wrong if they just walked up to him and pulled their gun out and, like they weren't even going to ask any questions.
Right, exactly.
So...
especially if this was just over a new license for a car that he...
A license plate
that he had just bought. That, like, what? That is unheard of. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, that... Again, I want to wait until full body cam footage comes out before we make any official or final judgment or takes, but if that's the only context that they have, that they already came in with their guns drawn and the guy was already having his hands up, that just makes an absolute mockery of law enforcement. I'm sorry. And if you notice too, while he was getting pepper sprayed, he still was speaking professionally. He wasn't freaking out. As he was being pepper sprayed,
he probably was pepper sprayed before, though. That's probably...
Well, yeah, they did it. It didn't show it in that video because it cut a few times, but while he was getting out of his car, he pepper sprayed him again. And while he was sitting down in the car for the first time, that's when they pepper sprayed him. And while he was still sitting down, he was saying to him, he was answering him as he's getting out. He's saying, "I'm a lieutenant in the Army." And he's not, like, freaking out because I've never been pepper sprayed, but pepper spray fucking hurts. You will be on the ground screaming sometimes, depending on the severity.
He's a tough motherfucker, bro.
I mean, he's a lieutenant in the Army. I can imagine the hell he had to go through for training. Mm-hmm. He's already been gassed or pepper sprayed in some way or another because I got to do that kind of training for the Army anyway. So, maybe he already knew what it felt like and he just knew how to handle it better. But either way, that's a tough son of a bitch. And I hope he wins his lawsuit personally.
I hope so, too.
Because if that's the full context, that video right there, if that basically shows all we need to know, there's nothing those officers can say to defend themselves. Let's just be honest. So
you think the jury's gonna vote in their favor? Because that's another thing. And then if they don't, then that's another uproar.
Oh yeah, that's another uproar. But I think any common person with common sense, if they saw that a man who was abiding by what the officer was saying, he was asking a few questions. He wasn't getting out of the car like the officers told him to. But if he wasn't posing any immediate threat, I don't see any reason why those officers had to use excessive force like that. So I think if the jury... Again, I can't make a full, final, confirmed statement because we don't have the full body cam footage yet, at least that I'm aware of. So I think if that's all the context that they need, and I think the jury will rule in the guy's favor.
I hope so.
So, and this won't even... If he sues them, that's not even doing anything about criminal charges because he's going to go to a civil court for that. So he could also, I guess, he could press criminal charges against them too if they find out that it was if it was like overly excessive force for no reason. I mean, I would sue the shit not just on them. I would sue the shit out of the department just to make a statement like fuck you guys if you're going to treat me like this. Then
that's true.
Yeah, but so yeah, just again be careful out there. I would say 95% of the time, if you just do what the officer says, you should be all right. But then again, this is that 5% chance that even when you do what the officer says,
I feel like it depends on the cop.
Yeah, no, that's why I say because.
I'm sorry. Don't take. Be extra careful, but I wouldn't say 95.
No, I'm not. I would say overall, 95% of the time, if you do what the cop says, you'll be all right. And when I say that. I mean that in the context of the majority of police officers are good people, but that 5% are those bad apples where even if you do what they say, whether they're just having a really bad day, their wife's giving them problems, they're just in an angry mood and they're willing to take it out on someone, that's that unfortunate 5% chance. Unfortunately, this is one of those situations. He did, for the most part, what the officer said, but still got, treated like shit. So really sorry this happened. And hope he wins his lawsuit. Yeah, to bounce back to a more, lighter topic, you wanted to talk about
our projects,
our side projects that we're working on. So, do you want to start?
No, you can go first.
All right.
If you have any updates.
I mean, there really hasn't been much of an update, but for context, a few weeks ago, I said I wanted to start a classic rock podcast, or just a rock podcast in general, where we talk about music, from rock, heavy metal, grunge, stuff like that. The person I want to do it to, he even wants to put a little jazz in there too, so that's cool.
Jazz.
Yeah, so we kind of already, I guess, established what the topics will be about. The way I want to set it up is, every week there'll be a different topic. Like one week will be classic rock, then grunge, and then underground, like metal, whatever. And once in a while, I would like to have maybe like a musical guest on there, because there are YouTubers like Sea of Tranquility, Martin Popoff, who cover that exact thing, and they're pretty open to doing interviews from what I've seen on their channel. So I think if we could hit those kind of guys up, we can get some interviews once in a while. But other than that, there really hasn't been much of an update, because I really haven't gotten back to him, because I haven't even thought of a name yet. We haven't decided what time would work for us. I may have to postpone this project for a little while longer because of my whole job situation. Things are getting pretty busy for me, so I'm gonna have a completely different schedule soon. So I got to figure that out first. But yeah, I would love to do that one day, and because I just love talking about music in general. Classic rock music is everything to me. I can't function basically without listening to music, bro. I could be doing dishes. That'll take 2 minutes. I got to put my AirPods in and listen to Fame by David Bowie. Yeah, it does that noise sometimes. Sorry about that. I'm taking out the trash. I got to listen to music. It's just with everything I do, so.
Okay, Baby Driver.
Yeah. Look, no, literally, that's why even though that wasn't my favorite movie that Gian showed me, it's one of my lower ones that he showed me, I can relate to that guy so much because everything he does is with music. Granted, he's a little more technical with it because he does things to the beat and to the rhythm of the song. I don't do dishes like that, boom, 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 like, no. Throwing the trash out. Like, no, but I understand that philosophy of music's got to go with everything. But yeah, how about your little project?
So photo book coming out soon for the listeners. If you want to buy a copy, keep an eye out. I don't know the price yet, but I'll keep you posted. I ordered 2 copies of my book. I want to see if they come out good enough. If they do, then I'll see where I go from there. And besides that, I am saving up for another camera.
Another one?
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say another one. I should say one to do it's not a film camera, it's a digital one. So I could add more projects. I do want to get into the YouTube scene again, but because I tried and then I failed. But
and by YouTube, you mean our little burger series you wanted to do?
Oh, that as well. I was just about to get into that, but should I just announce it?
If you want, go ahead.
So summer 2021, new series, burger review. So stay tuned for that. If you live in Rhode Island, we're gonna review or Mass, or maybe Connecticut.
Maybe even
too.
Connecticut too.
Yeah, local, like New England ish. Stick around for that because we're gonna review the so-called best burger places in New England. So it's a series that me, Nicky, and Gian have been trying to do for 2 years now.
I wouldn't say that long. I'd say right before COVID hit, quarantine.
So 2019.
Yeah, because you had we about a year ago before quarantine hit, we made a trailer video for it, but we just never uploaded it, where we kind of talked about what we were going to do. The 3 of us, but that never got released because
COVID hit right after.
Boom! Next week we were in quarantine. We were like, well, fuck, now what? Shit.
So yeah, but we're gonna start it this year. I'm gonna force myself to. So summer 2021, look out for that. But
also you said that burger review was another thing. When you said getting back into the YouTube scene, were you talking about you were gonna do reviews for cameras and stuff?
Yeah,
because we had filmed a video for that as well, but you never uploaded it.
I never uploaded it because it was just bad quality. Because the next camera I'm gonna get is gonna be
I filmed that video. You call my camera quality?
No, it's the actual camera that's.
Oh, okay, all right.
But and the audio too. But
maybe if you didn't have the Amazing World of Gumball playing in the background.
Did I?
I think you did. Because anytime we do anything in your basement, you have that TV on in the background. It'll be Gumball, Steven
I don't
Universe.
have the noise on though. Did I?
Actually, I don't know. I do remember it being on, so maybe it was just distracting.
No,
I don't remember.
Because I usually have it for not background noise, but background
just background in general, just so it doesn't seem like the room is so dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
so
that.
I don't know. I hope to get it out soon. I was originally gonna get a GoPro, but I was like, you know what? I saved enough money. Why don't I just save up a little bit more? And spring for something that'll last me longer.
Yeah,
But,
and I could help you with like editing.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
I kind of want to learn myself, but if I do need help, I'll come to you.
yeah, yes, because
So,
obviously you're, since you're gonna be doing reviews and stuff, you're not gonna need like crazy editing with all like flashy effects. But you want to know how to transition properly,
Yeah.
how to make it look smooth.
Kunle, I'm gonna use your music.
Oh yeah, shout out
So-
Coolney because he did give us permission to.
Mm-hmm.
He said that we're good to do that, so we're gonna take advantage of that.
Yep.
Yeah, crazy to think he's the only guest we've had on this show.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll have more guests soon. Do you have like a time frame of our next guest? Because you're the one that's setting up those.
Yeah,
things.
so when we originally started this podcast, we wanted to have it set up where every other week we would have a guest. Obviously, that was a lot to take on, so we weren't able to do that. But we had Coonley back in October,
November-ish.
yeah, for our first guest because he was down with it, and so he came onto our show. And because fall and winter was coming into play and it was getting colder weather, COVID was starting to get worse again. It was becoming, it was spreading out more. Than the variant in the UK was getting pretty big around that time as well. So we just decided, okay, let's not have any guests. We don't want to take any health risks. So let's wait until probably around May, June, around the summertime to start having guests on again, because by then the vaccine will be out. Hopefully we'll all be vaccinated and it'll be safer in general for us to do that. So I'm waiting until around May. I've been hitting up people here and there, like one of my friends, I won't say who, I've actually hit up. He said he'd be down, but he just has to figure out the time schedule to do it. I have a few other people that would want to be on the show, so I can get in contact with them as well. So yeah, so there will be guests probably within the next maybe month or two. Yeah, month or two we'll have guests on again. It won't be like every other week like we originally had it to. It'll just be whenever we can get a guest, whenever it works for them. That's when we'll have one. So, because we wanted this show originally to be like a multiple use podcast where we talk about, and we just talk in general to ourselves. We talk about what's going on, but then we also wanted to interview people. Gian was the one who came up with the idea of the movie bracket, so I was really cool for that.
We got another bracket coming on. I just won't say what it is.
Ooh, yeah, we do. As soon as we're done with the movie bracket, there will be another bracket that will be coming.
Another 30 minutes to add to the podcast.
Yeah.
No, it probably won't be as long as the movie bracket.
I'm praying.
I don't think it would be.
No, I don't think so. I mean, well, then again, like,
I mean, if you want to guess what it is in the comments, go ahead. But I'm not gonna say it's just another bracket. That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
But
I'll tell you what, I am excited for this bracket. I'll say that much.
I am too.
So, you make what you will with that information. So sounds like you got a lot going on though, because you got the photo book thing going on. You want to get back into YouTube. Do you know what software you're going to use for editing?
Probably Premiere Pro.
Okay, well
Because
then,
I'm used to using Adobe's stuff. So
that's fair.
yeah.
Well then, in that case, I could try to help you if you need me to, but I wouldn't be as much help because I use Sony Vegas, which I don't think there's that much difference.
I was messing around with a few intros, so I kind of know how I know how to like my transitions are like, but because like back when I was before like the pandemic, I was working on the burger review intros, and I was getting there. I put in my own music and stuff. Like I had an intro set and stuff, but quarantine next week, so
Yeah, my advice, you should start looking, if it comes to transitions for an intro, try looking for presets online.
presets.
Yeah,
I was thinking
because the ones I have, they're pretty good. I got them free. I think they're just for Sony Vegas though. I don't remember.
that's fine. If anything, because like I can just look up videos, because that's how I learn.
Yeah.
Because recently I was making my own Twitch. Like you know how like Twitch streamers have like their own transition when they're like changing like screens or whatever.
Oh, yep.
I was-
Hotkeys, right?
Yeah, so I was working on that, like to like have like an idle like screen or whatever. So I was working on that through was it After Effects or Premiere? It was one of those two. I don't remember, but it's actually pretty fun. It's just time consuming because like I had to get like things right and stuff.
Yeah.
But
were you working on like a border? Do you use Facecam when you stream now?
yeah, well, only when I stream on PC.
Okay, so have you tried to make like a border?
No, I already do.
Oh, you do? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I have a border for my face cam.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I don't really use Twitch at all. I still have it, but like once in a while I'll pop in.
I mean, you could use it for YouTube too, because I use I recommend this for any person who wants to stream. It's Streamlabs OBS.
Yes.
Because like you connect I think Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I think so that you can stream. But
Isn't that what Gian uses as well when he streams?
I got him into it because he used to use the regular OBS, but
Yeah, because I want to start streaming soon because I bought a Logitech webcam and I watched a video and the guy only used OBS. He didn't use Streamlabs. But is it easier to use Streamlabs?
there's more options for Streamlabs. Like for let's say donations and stuff like that.
Okay.
So like they might be on OBS too, but I don't use OBS, but I just feel like it's like a little bit more organized and easier to use for me at least.
Yeah, a lot of streamers primarily use Streamlabs or Stream Elements when it comes to donations.
Mm-hmm.
So
I really recommend Streamlabs. So if you want to get into it, go for it. There's another website that you can make your own like borders and stuff. I just made my own because I was like, fuck it.
And what did you make them on?
Photoshop.
Oh, you can just do it in Photoshop.
Yeah, you just you make like a size, like a rectangle or whatever, and you just like make it transparent and just add on whatever you want. So,
Okay.
Yeah. So mine is like a rectangle. It's like my face cam on like the bottom like left corner, and then just like a gradient from like blue to pink like throughout the whole thing.
I see.
So
And let's say like I don't know if you know, tell me if you know how to do this. Let's say like I'm streaming, right? And I have like my webcam on, but then I have like the screen on. And let's say I'm on my laptop and I have to move my webcam. How do I make it where like the border is attached to my webcam? Because I have to like move my like camera somewhere else. Because
I don't know how to do that.
okay, I'll have to look.
Well,
that up then.
here's what you can do. Like, do you need to move your webcam like during like you're playing or like?
Well, let's say like because I don't want to do just gaming streams. I want to do like a multitude of streams. Like I want to like maybe just review or talk about stuff in general. So let's say like I'm on a Google. I'm watching a video on the stream,
what you can do is you can make different like board like overlays for like different scenes. So you could have one for gaming where your like camera's like on this bottom or like the bottom left corner, or if you're like watching YouTube, you could put another scene where it's like on the top right corner.
Right, but let's say like midstream, my camera is in one corner, and something that I'm watching or something in a video or something is blocked by my camera. And I have to like move it like midstream because a YouTuber I watch, All UFC, he does that like totally fine. I don't think he has a border on his camera though.
So that's because like you can move the camera, whatever. It's just the overlay that doesn't attach to it because the overlay is like something completely different from your webcam.
Okay.
So I think the solution to your problem, my solution is to at least have like 4 different scenes or like overlays where each like camera is like in each one of the corners.
Right.
So
okay. All right.
I think that's the only solution, but I was trying to go for like this vintage like look with like vintage like grainy colors and stuff like that for my transition.
Right.
And I wanted to make like a moving one too, so that's why I was working in Premiere Pro, not Photoshop. I think it's somewhere on my laptop. Maybe I'll use it soon. I haven't streamed in a while. I want to stream Among Us again, but no one's ever on anymore.
I got rid of that game actually.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't play it anymore.
Rip.
Yeah.
The new map's kind of cool. It's just like you need like a shit ton of people.
Yeah, one imposter will. If it's one imposter, they'll always win because that map is huge.
Mm-hmm.
So,
like you could literally like kill someone and be on the other side of the map and no one would ever know it's you because that shit's too big. I think they should have at least increased like the amount of people for that map at least like from 10 to 15 or something like that.
I also feel like they should have added more than one map, in my opinion.
You think so?
Because
I think so too.
People were waiting for an update for a while too because that game blew up in like late summer and it just didn't come out until March. The update, right? Was it March? Late March?
Yeah.
Yeah.
March 31st it came out.
I understand like the developers didn't really think about that game for the longest time because it originally came out in 2018. Gained like no publicity until
they had like
recently.
I think somehow they had like 2 average players a month.
Really? And then what made that game blow up?
Streamers just found it and then just started playing with
I think the first I saw of it, first I heard of it was like you told me about, hey, have you ever heard of this game called Among Us? No. And then you showed me and I was like, oh, I've seen that before. That's been blowing up lately. I think one of the first big streamers I think that did it, or YouTubers, Critical.
Really?
I think he was one of the first actually. If I'm not wrong, I could be wrong, but I think
the first YouTuber I saw was Mr. Fruit. I don't know if you know him.
No.
Or like Valky Ray.
Oh, I know who she is. Yep. She's like one of she moved to YouTube, right?
Huh?
Just for streaming? She moved to YouTube, I think, right? Or is she on Twitch?
Did she? I think she's still on Twitch.
Oh, I don't know.
She does YouTube videos though.
Right.
No, I think she's still on Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah, like the big.
shout out to her though, cause she's like one of the first females to own like a gaming team. So
Yeah, good for her. Shout
Yeah.
out. Because like people like her, Critical, Corpse Husband, PewDiePie, those guys like, and I think like they kind of just all came at once.
Jacksepticeye.
They kind of like all came at once and started playing that game, so that just made it blow up. And then before you know it was everywhere.
H2 Delirious, I think.
Oh, I haven't heard that name in a while. I haven't watched him since like 2013.
Yeah, I haven't watched Vanos in a long ass time too.
I was never like a Vanos guy. Once in a while, I would watch Louis Calibre, but turned out he's a piece of shit. Apparently.
I unfortunately,
Yeah.
I liked him too, but whatever.
He did like the GTA 5 where you like do the kid voice. I used to watch that a lot. That was fun.
That when I still played GTA 5, that's when I watched them a lot. But they should have came out. I agree. They should have come out with like 2 or 3 new maps.
Yeah, because people have been waiting for a few months. They know the game's blowing up. They'd be like, all right, let's give it at least like 2 maps. Because if they're going to make one that was super big,
They
do the
should've-
complete opposite where one's like actually really small and make it harder for imposters to get away. Like one that's smaller than even the original map. Because that would have made things a little tricky, I think. And then maybe they could add a third one that was like somewhere in the
instead
middle.
of like, I think they could have just spent their time making like 2 like decent sized maps instead of making one big one.
That game killed Fall Guys too.
Bro, Fall Guys was out for like what 2 weeks, and then Among Us blew up, and no
Boom! Yeah, that came out. That game blew up in like July, Fall Guys, right? Because I remember playing that in the summer. I remember hearing Gian absolutely lose his shit over that game. But I played it for a few weeks. I'm like, all right, this is fun. I got like 1 win. Myself.
I was streaming when I got one of the wins.
Oh, did you?
I remember the win too, cause like I thought I missed, but it turns out I grabbed it from under. Like I was about to fall, and then last second I grabbed it and won. Yo, so because it was either that or I let the guy behind me win.
Yeah, no, screw
So
that.
I took a risk and it paid off.
Yeah,
But
and then I don't know if that game was already on a decline when Among Us started blowing up, or if it was just strictly Among Us that just kind of shut that game down. I think Fall Guys was already starting to
yeah,
decline.
because like after a while, just like it's the same like things, and like it's super hard to win. So
Yeah,
people
and then
just stop playing.
by the time they added new maps, Among Us was already big, so it kind of just didn't do much.
I think they're in like season 3, season 4 right now.
Yeah.
But they added cool stuff though. Like they had like Sonic the Hedgehog costumes and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But
I will say the costumes that they added were pretty cool. They even had Among Us costumes, I think, right?
did they?
I mean, they look super similar. Okay, Fall Guys characters are literally just Among Us guys with arms and eyes. That's literally all it is. They look. When I saw Among Us, I thought it was just like a choppier version of Fall Guys. I was like, what the
8-bit.
fuck is this? Like 8-bit. And when I first heard the name Among Us, all right, tell me, just without even thinking of the game, when you hear Among Us, doesn't that sound like a horror game? Like you think there's like a monster.
I
among
feel
you?
like if it was like because you know like the VR people like they recreated the maps. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is
'Cause-
cool. I'll admit that.
Because like you're just working on a task and the lights turn off and then.
and you're like, what the fuck?
So, I do want to play that.
Yeah,
Like
well,
the VR version of Among Us. That'd be mad cool.
you need to get VR first.
I'm not spending that money though.
If I had that money, that'd be cool. My Oculus Ready, my laptop says it is, so it could do Oculus
But that's one game I'd like to play.
VR Among Us.
No, just like VR in general. Because they're mad funny too.
Yeah, I think if you do it for too long, it gives you a headache though.
Probably.
I mean, because like, you know, you have your screen like right in front of your eyes, and you're it's like constant motion.
Do you know this I think he's a YouTuber now. He's called Splez.
Splez.
His like VR character is like a fucking if Mickey was like a crack addict and had like a gut and was like super short.
Oh, I think I've heard of him. I think
he's like I'll show you after, but check out Splez if you want to laugh because he's mad funny. He's like, "But I'm gangsta" or some shit like that. But
And did you just go into like VR chats and just fuck with people, or?
no, I'll show you a few videos, but basically, yeah. But they're like skits. Mm-hmm. At first, I think it wasn't scripted, but now they're trying to be like, but they're still funny, in my opinion. But yeah, I think he's like a staple in the VR like community right now. So
Do you know who Ludwig is?
I think so.
He's a Twitch streamer. You may have heard about this story he's been doing recently. He did this like marathon thing where anytime someone subbed to him, he would stream, right? Mm-hmm. And then anytime someone would sub to him, the clock would add on.
I heard about that.
And
I kind of want to do that.
And well, here's the thing: what happened to him? He didn't realize the magnitude of what he created because now he's been streaming for 28 days straight at the time of
Really?
us filming right now because man got like 80,000 new subs. He's right now he's like the #1 Twitch streamer on Twitch right now.
Bruh.
He already had a decent following as it was.
Does he like sleep?
Yeah, so what he does is when he sleeps, his mods will come in and kind of just narrate and talk while he sleeps to keep the chat entertained. And so, you know, obviously he'll pay them for that afterwards. But he's been apparently what he did was like one weekend he had one of his friends stream for him so he could go away on the weekend with his girlfriend. And let's be honest, bro, if you're streaming for 28 days straight, you need to jerk off, bro. No, literally, like that's what it is. Like if he's in front of the camera for 28 days straight, he walks away to take a shower or to take a shit. But like, there's just a chat constantly there. When do you have time to jerk off? You can't even do it in your sleep too, because they're like watching him, and the mods are just narrating and talking about what he's doing. But he did that marathon where anytime someone subbed, it would add on time to his clock.
And he's still going.
He's still going because people just subbed and subbed and subbed.
I
he got like almost 100,000 new subs, but I think he's making the limit at 30 days. Like at 30 days, no matter what at the time is, he's gonna end the stream.
That's fair.
Like
I think he should start it up like a month later though. Like give him a month break and see how many, because at the end of the day he's making money.
Right, but he does have to pay a lot of taxes and stuff. So obviously, you know, with all the subs that he's making, Twitch gets a cut. Because he lives in California or LA. There's like a cut he has to take. They take as well. He has to pay his mods, and I imagine he has a decent amount of mods.
But how much is a sub?
I don't know. I don't watch him. I don't know like what his subscriptions are. And I think it was also for charity as well, because he was going to give like every sub he got, he was going to donate $1 to a charity. And since he gained over like 100,000 subs, that's like $100,000 right there to that. So someone did the math. By the end of this, he's only going to be making like $100,000 off of this. Granted, that's still good
For
for
a
like
month though.
for a month. That is still really good. But if he didn't live in LA, if he wasn't doing that for a charity, he would have gotten like
a lot, shit ton more.
like $250,000. Which, holy shit, that is life-changing money right there.
I low-key want to do like a 24-hour stream.
I would do that.
But
Could you?
would I be able to do the add a sub a day? No, add an hour for a sub. Probably not.
You would be absolutely miserable. I know you, bro. You would be miserable.
Like, here's the thing. If I didn't have responsibilities,
yeah,
I would.
if you were a full-time streamer,
I would. But I'm not. So,
yeah.
but a 24-hour stream, I wouldn't mind.
Oh, I would do that one time. We should try that one time when we have like a weekend or like a vacation. We should just stream 24 hours. We just do whatever.
Because I know one stream idea is probably never gonna happen, because I want to get the Lego Millennium Falcon, the big one, the $800 one, and then see how long it takes me and to build it. I don't think it'd take me 24 hours, but I still want to stream it. You know, so
That would take a long. How big is that thing again?
like this big, like trying to explain it for the listeners.
All right. About 1/3 of this table, I would say, probably.
Do they know what the table looks like?
All right, picture a long table, right?
Oh my god.
I would say probably
Like,
like 4x8 table in feet. So I'd say
I think the best way I can explain it is like it's like the length of like a backseat of a car, roughly.
oh wow, that big.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. That's it's
Maybe a little
that's
bit smaller, but
Yeah, I would think it's a little bit small. That's huge. But it could be that size, maybe.
that shit's huge.
That fucking shit. Jesus Christ.
No, probably like 2 seats, but whatever. It's like it can fit inside a car, but
It'll be your shield in case you get into an accident. It's just a giant bulk just to protect you.
no, bro, it fucking pierces all with the fucking sharp corners and stuff.
All right, just pretend an airbag is really hard, right? Well, airbags break your nose anyway, as it is, or they can break your nose if you slam into it hard enough. So, but at least it'll save your life.
Is that it?
Actually, I have one more thing.
Ooh.
So now, as you all know, last week was Miguel's birthday, and I wanted to wait until now to give him a present.
I'm opening a box. You hear that, Gian?
Oh, it's not a box, it's a bag. I have it over here on the table because I wanted to surprise you. I didn't want you to see it. It's a smaller one, but I think you will really like it. So happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm not.
What?
I'm not showing.
Happy birthday, Miguel. What is it?
You are No. No.
I paid $20 for this. Happy birthday. It's a Hello Kitty iPhone case. I wanted to give this to you because I know how much you love this. Happy birthday.
Just say the fucking last. We stopped recording.
So sorry for the little audio cut there. The Audacity decided to take a shit on me, but got my Hello Kitty iPhone 12 phone case because Miguel feels a certain way about Hello Kitty, and may I please explain the reason why?
Quickly.
Okay, so last week, we use my apartment as a studio. This is where we're filming right now. Gian has his own set of keys, and he's been asking for the longest time for his set of keys to get into my apartment in case of whatever. So last week we went to Lowe's. Now, to get into my apartment, you need 2 keys. One for the downstairs door and then one for the apartment door. And so, we did the first key. We went to Lowe's. We did that ourselves. And then for the second key, we were with our friend Kenny, along with me, Gian, and Miguel. And Kenny goes, wait. Let's pick out the design. And Miguel can't look. So I'm like, all right, Miguel, let's turn away. And as we're turning away, he turns around. He goes, anything but Hello Kitty, because there was a Hello Kitty one there. Guess which one they chose? The Hello Kitty one. And I've never seen a volcanic eruption in a store before. This man goes, fuck you guys, I'm not getting this. I'm like, Miguel, it's just a key, relax. He's like, no, fuck you. He was flipping out. No, this is the funniest part. I hand you the key, you throw it. You throw the key. So I go to get it. When I come back, I turn around. You're throat punching G. You go, you're getting me another key. I go, you're paying for it. So he ended up getting another key. And funny enough, that one didn't even work. Because he tried to get to my apartment today. And he couldn't unlock the bottom lock. He goes, fuck, I might need that Hello Kitty key. And so I figured what better way to celebrate his 21st birthday than by getting him a Hello Kitty case. Happy birthday, Miguel. On that note, I think we're going to call it quits because you guys may not hear from me ever again. If you notice a look, if you're watching the video format, he's giving me a look of serial killer, murder. Like, I am not going to see tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Have a good day, everyone. And Miguel, before I say my final words, would you like to say your final words as well?
Roddy Rich the box.
Oh, fuck.